Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and for the first time in over 3 years, maybe 4 years or so, it's an AJTRIP movie review. And what it is? Obviously, it's the Marvels. For some of those who's new to the channel who don't know, I go to the movies. I go see 3 different movies. I go to movies to see superhero movies. I go to the movies to see Fast and Furious movies, and I go to the movies to see movies that starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, I haven't done the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson yet, but that's still in the past. We can start doing those so in the future. But I have gone to some. I'll go to a lot of superhero movies, and I go to some of the Fast and Furious movies. I could not go to some of the ones when I was down in North Carolina because I had no way to get to a movie theater. But now that I'm back in Chicago and I have a way to get to the movie theater, I'm going to be doing it. So, yay! So we're talking about the Marvels, and spoiler alert, there will be spoilers in this. So if you don't know what you want, don't you go ahead and watch my next video. Just click that thing, go watch my next video. I'm sure there's some videos on the side or something like that. Or you can just pause it and then, pause it right here. When you go see the Marvels, you can come back to it for the rest of my review. All right? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. So this is kind of Captain Marvel's sequel to Captain Marvel. They decided to go this way instead of doing Captain Marvel 2. I'm not necessarily sure why, but that's what they did. So the thing is that if you've watched some of the on Disney Plus shows, and you probably would have to watch both. You would have to watch the Miss Marvel show, and you would have had to watch the Jesus Christ, the WandaVision show. Because there are two characters, Monica Rambeau, who got her powers from the WandaVision show, and of course Miss Marvel, who was like a big Captain Marvel fan, named herself after Captain Marvel. So in this, the villain of this movie, what was her name? Debona, something like that. I'm not sure. I think it was something like that. She has decided to, go to different worlds, worlds that Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, has considered to be home, and to take their resources, away from them. She goes to one planet where it's just inhabiting some of the Skrulls, takes their air. She goes to one planet where Captain Marvel is a princess, and she takes their water. And then she's going to come to Earth and take our sun, or to the Milky Way galaxy, whatever, to take the sun. And the way they find this out is that, she opens a singularity, she finds one of the gauntlets that Miss Marvel has, and she finds it, and she starts. She with her power stick, whatever it was, power hammer. She's able to open up singularities, and the singularities is one Captain Marvel finds, and then one Monica Rambeau who's now working for S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess, and she's now doing stuff in space, and she's with her powers, and they touch the things, and then that combined with Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, they start to now switch places every time they use their powers, and it's real interesting. It's very interesting how they went to, and they got Kamala's family involved, which I thought was funny. They got, Captain Marvel came downstairs, and then when Miss Marvel came back, she couldn't believe it, and then the Kree came in there, and you had the Khans fighting the Kree. I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, and then so their light powers are they're trying to use the power, they switch, and so it's all other things. So and they do some things where they try to go ahead and they try to save the world, and from this person, and there's a lot of things, obviously some things happen, I guess, during the blip. Um, Monica's mother passed away. Remember, Captain Marvel's mother was like, best friends with Carol Danvers, and so, they showed a clip of when they were using some things to try to go back in memory, because they were trying to go back into Kamala's memory and see see her, like a map that she saw in the ship, and she was trying to do, and they were trying to look back that, but they went back to the clip of Captain Marvel's mind, which during the blip she went and saw Monica's mother who had cancer. She died while Monica was blipped, and then when Monica came back from the blip, she couldn't, she didn't realize, that her mother had passed, that she wasn't there. So they went through all of that, and so some baggage between Carol and Monica that they had to go and work through, and they did, and so they did all of that. Kamala's got her stuff. The guy's kind of got her stuff where she's, she's fangirl. She's only a teenager. She's fangirl, and she doesn't, and she has these powers and things like that. And so I thought it was I thought it was really interesting. I went to some places to try to to help out. I just really just enjoyed with how they treated like the Khan family, because the Khan family are just they tore up the Khan family house, and by the end of the movie they're in the house in Louisiana that Monica's childhood home that she once lived in, and she's there, and then they're now living there. So I thought that was really fun. Goose the cat was there, and this was some very weird thing. And if you remember, like one of the first trailers, there was like a bunch of kittens running downstairs, and it was like, hey, we love kitties, but why are kitties in the movie? And it's a great thing. I won't spoil that. You just need to watch the movie. So that's I love that one. That's a good part of the movie. Bunch of kitties and everything like that. There's also like a musical interlude where, I think some people were, thought it wasn't, and yeah, it's kind of silly to have it in a movie, but it's okay. I don't think it harmed the movie in any way where it takes away from your, from your pleasure of seeing this. And yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. Some interesting things that went to it. I love I love the way it ended. And it's a great thing too. And here's like some of the spoilers parts. They defeat the boss, obviously. They defeat and then they've got but before then she got both of the gauntlets, and she opened up a huge time and space singularity where she just ripped a hole into it, and Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel had to put her powers into Monica Rambeau, and she went in. She had to go onto the other side and tear the time space continuum, right? Had to try to do like that, and then Captain Marvel was like, Monica, you need to come back. And she's like, no, I can't come back. I have to close this, and so she gets left on the other side. And obviously, you think that maybe if it's a very sad moment, that she obviously, but she's a hero. She sacrificed herself for the betterment of the world. So that's no doubt. But there's a mid-credit scene. There's no post-credit scene. There's a mid-credit scene where you see Monica, and Monica's she's waking up, and she looks over and she sees her mother, and her mother's there, but is not really understanding. And then all of a sudden, you hear a familiar voice, and you look up, and it's Beast from the X-Men, and Monica's got she's an X-Men, something like that. I'm not sure exactly which one she is, which mutant she is, and she goes and they go off the air, saying, talking about Charles and things like that, and she goes shit, and then the credits roll. But so I thought that was good, and yeah, it was some very interesting stuff. I will say this. I don't mind when there's comedy in these movies, because that's what it is. A comic book movie. There's comedy in the comic books, so there probably should be comedy in these, right? However, that being said, I also think you can go a little too far. Like I mentioned, like there's no reason for a dance thing. There's no reason. Sometimes Miss Marvel was over the top. And everything like that, and the cons. While the cons were very entertaining, that could probably be too much as well. So, and it was like that with Thor Ragnarok was okay, but then we saw Thor Love and Thunder, it was too much in there. So, yeah, I think while these things need comedy and can have comedic parts into it. It's just, it doesn't really need to be too comedy centric. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But that being said, I enjoyed myself. Again, I don't know. I don't know how anybody could not enjoy these ones. From the stuff that's been going on and things like that with everybody like that. I truly do believe there have been some things on I've seen here on YouTube talking about the men are saying that this sucks because it's 3 women, and I have to agree. Like I said this with Captain Marvel. If you didn't like Captain Marvel, you didn't like it because it was a woman, or you didn't. It was because a woman star, or you didn't like Brie Larson. And I think the same thing here. Same thing. If you don't like the Marvels, it's because you don't like Brie Larson, or you don't like the fact that women are, headlining a movie. So I just found it to be I find that to be just ridiculous. But yeah, I thought it was a good movie. It was entertaining. I'm gonna give it 3 1/4 stars. I thought it was really good. So. Yeah, it's not one of the top flight movies, but this didn't need to be. So it told the story that it needed to tell. I like that as well. So, okay, that's it. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys felt about the Marvels. And yes, and is there anything I missed that you think you really want to talk about? Post it down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.